Yo people, Decepticon here from Vex Elite, and welcome to part 2 of my Real Talk videos. As you can see today, we have Accurate from Galaxy, we have Blood Clark from Vex Elite, we have Mr. Awesome from Galaxy, we have Sparkpug from Vex Elite, we have Fearsome Law from Full Metal Heroes, and we have Magic from Vex Elite. Say hello lads.
Hello.
Right, we'll go around the table. We will have Accurate, would you say hello?
What's up?
Blood Clark, would you say hello?
What's happening, y'all?
Mr. Awesome, would you say hello?
Hello, chicken nugget.
Sparkpug, would you say hello?
Aloha.
Fearsome Law, would you say hello?
Hello, guys.
Magix, would you say hello?
Hello, my fellow people.
Right, welcome here today lads. As you all know, these Q&A vids are just nice and simple. I'm going to give you a little subject and you lot can just feed off yourselves and just say literally whatever comes to your mind. So we are going to start off straight away. Is Legendary worth the money?
No.
Now when I say that, obviously you all know, is it really worth £10 a month for the content we're getting?
No. It depends. If you're a PvPer, it's useless. All you get is money from it. But if you're a PvEer who actually finds the new raids actually fun, then it'll be okay for them. But it's just a personal opinion.
In my opinion, I find PvP. No, sorry, the Legendary. It's all right because obviously it follows the content and how the storylines happen. Whereas when it comes out, it does bring only one raid. Well, this time anyway, it brought one raid and one solo. No, duo. Sorry, I messed up there.
For £10.
Yeah, for £10 exactly. And I reckon most players hardly even play the duo, and most people just go for the 120 gear on the raid.
I'll tell you the honest truth, mate. I've done the duo twice. Done it the first time to get all the feats out of there. Second time just to see if it was worth doing again. The answer was no.
I have a different opinion. Yeah, I you know, Legendary. I'm just having a look at all the benefits here, and it depends on the kind of player you are. You know, like it's been said, if you're PvP, just looking at the different benefits that you get from the DC Universe Online page itself, there's not a lot on there that speaks to PvP players. From there are about 11 benefits here: access to all DLCs, 150 replay badges, unlimited Prometheum lockboxes, unlimited in-game currency, more inventory slots, free daily vault access, forming a league, 14 additional character slots, 20 broker slots, 36 additional bank slots, trade items and cash.
Do you work for DC?
No. Do I work for DC?
Yeah, just because you know a bit too much. Yeah.
I like to do my research whenever I can, you know, so I'm not talking out my ass, which Storm would say I do half the time. But I'm looking at all of that, and none of that helps a PvP player. But if you're a PvE player, which is where I started from, all of that yells at a PvP player that, yeah, you can get so much more done. You know, I've played as a free-to-play, I've played as a premium on several servers, and you know, on here as well. And Legendary, if you're a PvP player, I don't personally think you need Legendary. Yeah, I don't see it that way. So it's down to the kind of player you are.
Yeah.
I reckon as well. Quite a lot of people do PvE content to get more skill points. So obviously, to be a better PvP player, you have to have more skill points. And obviously, if you have Legendary, you have a much more broader range of doing lots of feats, especially the episodes. The episodes and the main big, what is it, like 300 and something feats in there. I mean, that's a massive chunk. So obviously, to be a more advanced PvP player, you've got, in my opinion, you've got to have the PvE content done.
Yeah, but here's the thing: they've thrown in an extra twist into that, and without taking the conversation into a separate arena, which there's a risk of it, they've tweaked the whole buffing and capping of PvE stats depending on who your opponent is. That's a different debate altogether. You know, I've taken a tune, walked into a safe house, straight off the ship, straight off Brainiac's ship, level 3 tune, and PvP'd someone that was level 27. Fortunate to win, but that was only because my stats were buffed. So, you know, whilst on the one hand, yes, you need the content to get your skill points that'll make you more powerful. On the other hand, it then defeats the object if you're going against a level whatever that's going to be automatically buffed. So from the PvP side of it, do you need the skill points? Do you need the content? Do you need legendary? As a PvE player,
50-50.
I cannot recommend it enough.
Exactly, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The only thing I like about the legendary is that I can go repair my gear without going around like some poor guy asking for sodas.
I was one of those when I law.
Yeah.
The thing is,
I don't like
when I first started getting legendary, right at the beginning, 3.5 years ago, it was literally, you felt like you was getting so much of that £10. Now it don't feel the same.
Couldn't agree more with that. The current state of PP in this game is ridiculous. And as Magic said, we're only getting that one raid and skill points now. For the feats, it seemed like it was worth it back at the start of the game, but now essentially seems broken. I can get beaten by a guy with 50 skill points.
Exactly, you see these people with like 200 and whatever it is, 230 plus skill points. I mean, they obviously wreck the leaderboard, DPS leaderboards anyway, in like raids and that. But when it comes down to PvP, like we say, it's just a matter of, like, when you go into a PvP match now.
It's a matter of what power you are. If you're flavor of month,
exactly.
you're going to win.
You used to
Except
go into a PvP match and say, oh, I know this guy, he's a good player. But now it's the fact is, oh, he's rage, oh, he's hard light. It's just, it's the power. It's the power now. It's not the name of the person. It's not the name of the player. It's about the power that they are.
Yeah, it used to be on the fact that when you actually had legendary and you enjoyed the when you enjoyed the grind to get that gear, and then you worked that hard for that long to get that gear, the skill points with that legendary membership to actually become like one of the, like as strong as you possibly can on your tune. And now just a queue and you can get beaten by, for example, like a level 11 fire tank.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I don't like how this new PvE gear works, where it's giving you 4 pieces of PvE gear that you can get from this DLC. The next DLC, you've got to buy that DLC or buy legendary.
Yeah, you got all the elite gear.
Yeah, the thing is, the
I
problem is, what a lot of people ain't realising is, them 4 pieces you've got now, what you've used 4 recovery kits to go and get your old mods out, to put your new mods into them. But when you run that elite alert next month and you get the elite gear, it's not the new style stuff. You're going to get that same chest what you've just got, that same back what you've just got, and you're going to have to remod it all again.
Exactly. That's where the £10 a month comes in.
Part of the problem with any business, and at the end of the day, Daybreak Games is a business, part of the problem with any business is getting that balance right between getting your customers, in this case the players, wanting to buy stuff, wanting to run content, wanting to spend money on replay badges, versus having to get your replay badges, having to run the content. You want your players to actually come to you, not rather than them feel like they're roped into it. It's not, to use the wrong example effectively, it's probably a bit like crack. It's probably a bit like drugs. You know, they entice you with a little bit, and then you get that little taste, and then next thing you feel you have to get more. But to get more, you've got to spend so much more. You know, the whole replay badge resetting, all of that. You want a balance. You want a balance. You want your players to jump into it. You don't want them feeling like they're hooked and they have to spend more to get the rest of it. You want them hooked on the content because it is that awesome, but you want them to actively jump in, that, you know what, this is the best thing going, this is the best content going, this is the best adventure going, whatever. Whether you're a PvE player, whether you're a PvP player, whether you're only going to be spending a few hours a week on it, whether you're going to be on there solid a couple of days, but you know that for whatever length of time you're in there, it's the best gaming experience you've got. And that's where, as a business, Daybreak Games is struggling. And it's going back to whether or not the legendary, is it giving that balance to make it worth it? And it's not quite got that balance at the moment.
What is it? Another point is, I know how they've started bringing out the thingy once a month, a new DLC, but it's got a lot quicker. But then they brought the one raid and one duo. What do you do?
Yeah.
But most of my friends on my friends list, they've already in probably the first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks have probably got all the 120 gear.
Yeah.
And that's what they try
That's
to
the thing
stop,
with
in
it.
my opinion.
They're trying to stop that we don't get the gear so fast, but it takes like a week. Boom, you're done.
Exactly. If people have got all these like the replay badges, like 5,000 plus, I mean they can just keep resetting it and resetting it and resetting it until they get all the full 120 pieces. I mean, what's the point in resetting it in the next DLC? Like Dex says, it's just going to bring out the elite. That's just going to get overwritten by the elite gear.
Yeah. But it's all about the money.
Exactly.
And they try and make more money off like making the powers better. Like one month it'll be one power, the next month it'll be another power. So they've got all those players that are known as FLTM players changing to those powers, giving them more money. Then they're like, oh, this is a good way to get money. So they keep doing it, and it's like those people who want to stay loyal to their power, or they want to stay like an original player.
Well,
They
you look at
can't.
those people.
Be playing. Do you think we'll still be here around this table making part 45 this time next year? Or do you think DC will just won't be there? There will be no logging on DC because it won't be there this time next year.
That is a
What?
question that Daybreak Games should answer themselves.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they know it will go that far.
I believe DC Universe Online in the hands of Daybreak Games will be here a year from now. I would even say, wager that will be here 2 years from now. Just from a business perspective, they are investing too much in buying this game to wind it up. Just look at what's going on with the different platforms. PS3. We all know eventually they will do away with the PS3 platform.
No,
PS3
don't say that,
support.
Don't say that, Hug. Please don't say that.
It's the end of the year.
That's the thing.
Well, hang on, it's not all doom and gloom. It's not all doom and gloom. The PS3 players will fall into 3 categories. They go to PS4. They eventually, if my suspicion is right, if my guess is right, I've got no proof about it, I haven't heard any rumors or inside information, they go to Xbox, because I do believe Daybreak Games have a long-term plan to get Xbox players online, because that is too much money to ignore.
I have heard that.
Way
I've
too
heard
much
that
money
as
to ignore. Or they eventually, the remaining PS3 players walk away. Now, whatever percentage of PS3 players that will walk away, let's just say a third, versus the entire DC Universe player community, that is going to be a small percentage. Maybe
What's that?
10%.
Bear in mind,
Wait.
by the end of this year or early next year, we are going to get the big mergers where the whole EU servers are going to be merged together. The whole American servers are going to be merged together. We'll still be separate, EU and America, but we will have all them PC players in our world all of a sudden. That's got to make it look a lot better, surely.
More people to PvP against.
There you go.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, even if they lost 10% of the PS, or a third of the PS3 players, i.e. 10% of the entire gaming community, I'm just throwing figures out there, spitballing, you're saying they won't make that 10% back from just the Xbox community? That will double
they'll
it, mate.
double it or quadruple it, mate. Come on, Xbox. You've got a lot of Xbox, especially YouTubers out there that like to get their thing exposed. You know what the Americans are like. American Xbox gamers, they're pretty hardcore. They pretty much got every game out there, so they'll be spending a lot.
But bear in mind,
So
PlayStation 4 won the war in America.
Oh
It
yeah,
isn't
Xbox is
Xbox
shit,
dominated
but
like how it is
still.
not how it was
Xbox is
last
shit,
time
you have to
round.
understand this.
This generation of computers has been all about the PS4. Right now, lads, we're moving on to one which is a real touchy subject here. We've got to deal with it though, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to like to hear a lot of your opinions on it. I want to discuss racism in this game. I know you've all got PvP chat and things like that. You've you've got to see how bad it can be in this game. Why can't people just call each other a cunt or a bastard? Why have they got to say something about their colour or their religion? Go on, what have you got to say?
It's because they can't take it because they love the beast. And nah, man. At the end of the day, it's wrong. Right? Just because if you lose a game or you get smashed 1,000-0, then you get called a B word or a C word or an N word. I don't use it myself. I'm black. I don't even use it myself. But it doesn't give that person the right to call me them names. Who do you think you are calling me an N? Who do you call me a? Who do you think you are? Call me a black CUNT. You understand me? That should be notified. That should be locked down. It should be a whole kick out banner.
Especially when
racism.
I can guarantee you now, mate, 9 times out of 10 they have not got the balls to say it to you on the street. That is the most funniest thing.
And the thing is, right, I'm not, you know me, I'm not a racist person out there, but say for example, I was Caucasian with a black name, right, and all of a sudden I smashed you up, but somehow, for some reason, you still get called an N or a C or a whatever.
I've probably been called the N-word more than any of yous round this table. I don't think they understand. I'm a white boy from South London.
But I just don't know. I don't know where people get the sense of decency to actually say them kind of things. Do their parents actually know what they're saying? Because I'm telling you right now, if their parents are in front of them and they said them kind of things, I'm telling you now, they'll get an uppercut right, left, right, and centre.
Either that, or they've got fucked up parents who don't fucking know to raise their children. Go on, Accurate. Sorry, mate.
We all know it's probably just some 13-year-old kid there, home alone.
Yeah.
That's what it usually is.
Interact, fat cunt.
Interact.
I mean,
But
racism,
right, you say that, but don't they have... Because I know some people at that age have friends on the computer as well. And I'm sorry, but if that person knew that person and that person told another black person or a Muslim person or a Hindu person, that's going to flip it and put it on you, then all of a sudden you're going to be in a sticky situation from there.
Listen, it makes me laugh. I've seen loads of people be racist in that PvP chat, and now I know a good few Asian boys on this game. I know a good few black boys on this game, and then I see them grouping up with the same person. And know when you just think, seriously, did you not read what he was writing 2 days ago? And now you're in a group, and then you just think, no point saying anything, because they don't give a fuck.
Trust me, if I had the screenshot of all the flipping spams I'm getting to racism, I'll be a fucking millionaire right now. Daybreak, I'll be taking over your flipping business. Seriously. Oh man, it's unbelievable because they just want to go all out. Then all of a sudden you call them a noob, but they call you a black so-and-so or a terrorist or something like that. They come out with them kind of things and you're just thinking, you know what, Daybreak, you need to monitor this. We send you tickets, but somehow people are still getting away with it. I know you can't do nothing with their PSN accounts, but do something with their flipping Toon accounts. If they log on with another Toon, lock it off, man. Simple as. But to me, it just seems to me, and I don't know for the 99.99% of ethnic people out there, but it seems to me you're just agreeing with racism and just let it carry on.
Exactly. And I mean,
I actually, I'll disagree with you on one point there, Blood. If I can jump in.
Accurate's only been trying to get his point across for 20 minutes.
Oh, go on, Accurate. Accurate, you go on. Jump in.
Oh, God, so really put me on the spot here.
He's forgotten what you wanted to say now.
Racism though. Now, I'm sorry for being racist here, but I generally feel sorry for anyone that is coloured and has to log in and see that PvP chat.
Yeah.
Because over the years, it has literally become a joke. Now, we're not going to mention names, but I'm pretty sure someone's already mentioned him. A racist cunt. I mean prick, sorry. Sorry.
Can I just say his name just once?
Yeah, of course can.
Interact. Racist prick.
And we say no more.
Exactly. He doesn't deserve the rights. He doesn't deserve the right to have our.
Yeah, but like we were saying, back to racism, but it's zero tolerance really, because we've been taking a lot. Sparky of all people has taken a huge abundance. I don't know how this man has
all I'd like to just say on that one little thing is literally, I'd just like to see someone walk up to Spark on the street and say it to his face, because I've seen it. I would love you to go and do it.
Revenge is a dish best served cold, and I hold grudges.
I'd love to see it. My little MMA fighter. Well, I say little. He's not little. When you say big, black, he's gonna kill you, that's Spark.
The thing is that they're not only racist to the color. I'm one of the most whitest person in here, I think. I'm so white that you can see through me. And people are even racist against me because I'm not from England, I'm not from the USA, I'm not from one of the English-talking countries, because I'm from Denmark. And whenever I talk Danish, it sounds funny. And that's the thing. And I have an accent.
No, but the difference is there, Law, is you ain't just talking with an accent, you're talking a total different language. How many languages can these ignorant fuckers talk when they're giving it to you? Do you know what I mean? You're talking in a total different language. They can't do that shit.
In another country, you could be Caucasian as well. You could be the whitest of all milk duds. They still think you're one of them ethnic diversities and still call you the N word, the W words, and they don't even know your background.
It's irrelevant where people are from. This is the funny thing about the gaming community. It's irrelevant, you know, without anyone sound like I'm taking it the wrong way. What country we're from does not dictate how we should behave positively or negatively. It's an irrelevant point. Our ages are irrelevant. What we do for a living, irrelevant. Male, female, irrelevant. The only thing that should be relevant is the love of the game. You see someone that's into cycling, your fellow cyclist, you have an appreciation for what they do. You see someone that loves darts, your fellow darts player, you have an appreciation where they're coming from. You see one boxer and a fellow boxer training together, they know exactly what they have to do to get better. Same thing with the gaming community. Where you're from as a country, what language you speak, what skin color you are, why on earth on some games, in this case DCUO, should that matter to some people who, I'm sorry to say, no, fuck it, I'm not sorry, are just immature little twats who either were not raised right with the right morals, or they were given the right morals, but they thought, you know what, I want to be the big hard man. So them I say, right, don't be a keyboard warrior, come say it to my face, and I promise you, if you've got a YouTube account, I will record on your phone you getting smacked like an unruly kindergarten child, and with your phone, and upload it to your YouTube channel. That's what I will do. That's what I don't have to beat.
I just say one thing.
Go on.
Who in here resurrected Martin Luther King? Just sounds like he came back.
I did. I had the dream to resurrect him back and bring
I have a dream.
I have a dream.
I have a dream.
I have a dream that every valley should be explored and take every racist fucker off of DC. I have a dream.
Hell yeah.
Well, in all seriousness, what I was going to say, Blood, when you say that there's nothing they can do about it, I disagree. There's a lot that the likes of MEPS and Spittle can work together from both community management and game development can do in their respective job roles. In the settings on this game, there is a profanity filter.
We ethnics need to speak up a bit more, because at the end of the day, if they don't get it like a flipping substantial amount of numbers of people complaining, they ain't gonna do fuck all about it. It's just like racism in football. If you don't say shit, you're not gonna get anything about it. That's why we ethnics need to make a motion and stand together and say, look, we need to stand up and cut racism out of flipping DC. Cut racism out of any sort of game. Because at the end of the day, we do not come here to get flipping racially abused by any flipping 12, 13, 14-year-old whose balls haven't dropped yet. You
I am
understand?
Amen. Done. For anyone who is watching this video, anyone who has been racial abused on this game, you need to send them tickets in. More tickets you send in, more chance you've got of stopping these racists on this game. That's what you need to do.
Seriously, guys, you need to stand up, be accounted for, because at the end of the day, you don't want to come in here and be socially abused after being racially abused, especially if you're winning a game of PvP or something.
Exactly.
You come in there to do your
Well,
marks.
anyways,
You come in there
You're
to
on this game.
come in there
You're
to
on this
enjoy
game,
your
guys.
friendship and everything. You don't come in here to take flipping all these people and calling you an N or a C or whatever. You understand? You need to get up off your behind, right, and start flipping putting them tickets out, because at the end of the day, you're still gonna get them racist buggers giving you hots. You
It
understand?
needs a
Exactly,
spotlight.
exactly.
It needs a spotlight, and the forums is one way to do it. The tweets and hashtags are one way to do it. You know, it needs a massive spotlight shone on it because they're ignoring it. So we make them not ignore it. As,
Exactly.
as an entire gaming community, irrespective of what ethnicity you're from, if you're of color, if you're not of color, it doesn't. Everyone has the right on this game to walk into the game, enjoy their session of whatever it is they want to do, not take abuse from anyone, and certainly not give abuse to anyone.
Well said, mate. Well said. Well, lads, much appreciated there. That was real good answers to some sort of tricky questions, and one question which you know is going to spark a bit of debate. So I just want to go around the table and just say thank you personally, because as I say, I know I've had you sitting here for quite a while now. Blood Clot, thanks mate, I really do appreciate you showing up. This is 2 times you've given me time now. Mr. Rawson, thanks mate, much appreciated. Spark, thanks for coming mate, I really did want you here. Fearsome Law, it's an honour as always mate. Magix, thanks for bringing that mouth, you know I wanted it. Akka, Choo, much appreciated my pal, much appreciated. Please like, please subscribe, join me next time. Law. He fucked it big time. He fucked it big time. You only had to count to 5. That's all we were waiting for.
The way me and Magic barely just seemed torn the two.
Right, Law, could you count to 5 or just make any fucking random noises, I suppose?
No, I didn't say random noises. I counted to 5 just in Danish.
Yeah, well none of us understand what the fuck you're saying to us. That is noise.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.